What's up guys? In this video I'm going to be ranking my 12 Creed fragrances. So these are the 12 Creed fragrances I have in my collection. This is probably the hardest video to make just because I see Creeds pretty much each one, not individually, but there's like categories within the Creed fragrances for different occasions. So scent wise, sometimes I would prefer different things for a certain type of environment. But let's go ahead and go with the number 12 spot. I don't even have these organized just because I thought that would be way too long for me to do off camera. So I'd rather do this on camera, just so you guys know I don't have this lined up. I kind of have an idea of what's going to go on the top, but at the same time I'm not sure. So I think at number 12, I'm going to go with Neroli Sauvage. Reason being, it has the least amount of depth and it's the worst longevity wise. I get about 4 hours with this fragrance and it's pretty much the same scent from the opening to the dry down. Some of these are like that, but pair that with the longevity, I would have to put it in my number 12th spot. Even though it's still a good fragrance. So just because I have it on there, it's not the worst, it's just the most specific. So I would have to want to wear it in a situation where I'm not going to be out that long. I normally don't carry bottles to respray. Definitely a white t-shirt, summer for sure fragrance. And in Buffalo, summers here are not that long, so I don't really have the chance to wear this fragrance that much. Like for example, right now I think it's about 68 degrees and it's July, or it's about to be July. It's June 25th at the recording of this video. So that's why I'm putting it in last place. This is going to be the hardest one for me to wear year round, and because of that I'm actually thinking about selling this fragrance since I don't think I'm going to get any uses out of it. So I'm not trying to keep anything. Obviously you guys know I sold my entire collection. I'm not trying to keep anything I know I wouldn't really use that much. So that one might end up being sold. It's something I've thought about, but every time I smell it I'm kind of like, should I? So it's a maybe. It's a maybe. Alright, so I know number 11 is gonna have to be Royal Mayfair. So I wore this one again today, and it's the opening. So Royal Mayfair, I don't like the gin note. It's not my favorite. Someone said in the comments that it smells like honeysuckle. If you're from the south, that apparently you know what honeysuckle smells like in the opening. That's what he describes it as. I see some people describe it as a menthol type of opening. In the opening, after wearing it today, it's just I realize how long that opening lasts. So it's like I really have to be in the mood to wear this fragrance or deal with that opening for the first hour and a half to be able to enjoy the dry down. In my opinion, this fragrance on the dry down smells very similar to Royal Oud. It's definitely the cedar note that Creed uses. It pretty much just dries down into that cedar note. Plus a little bit of rose. Eucalyptus, nowhere to be found. So it's not a bad fragrance. It's one I was wondering if I should sell this one instead of the Neroli Sauvage. I decided to give this one more wearings to see if that's what I decide. Just because if I still find that I can't get over how long the opening is, or I don't end up liking the opening, then I might have to sell this one. But it also feels like if I sell this one, it's one I will regret selling. So I believe they're, if I'm not mistaken, I believe they're about to discontinue this one. I'm not too sure though. But I've kind of seen some things when I was looking to purchase this fragrance that it's being discontinued. So again, 11th spot, Royal Mayfair. From here, it's where it gets very hard. At the number 10 spot, I have these all sprayed out on test strips. That's the only type of preparation I did before the video. I think I might have to go with Himalaya. Again, not a bad fragrance. I don't regret having this one. And this one I'm actually not planning on selling at all. Let me go ahead and spray this one again, just because I think I got kind of some of the desk smell. On paper, it kind of smells similar to Green Irish Tweed, but once I resprayed it, that's a really good number 10. But I think this might have to be number 10. So, nothing wrong with this fragrance. More casual fragrance than probably the most casual Creed fragrance. Most rugged Creed fragrance. No reason why. I would just say I'd have to put this one in the 10th spot. I mean, it's going against pretty big Creed competitors. That's the reason why I would have to put it there. Nope, nothing other than that. I mean, it's a really good fragrance. It's a fragrance I enjoy having. So again, number 10 spot is going to be Creed's Himalaya. Number 9th spot, let's see. I'm gonna have to go with Green Irish Tweed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Green Irish Tweed on the 9th spot. Some of you guys are probably already mad and clicking off this video since Green Irish Tweed is so far back. Nothing wrong with it. I do really enjoy this fragrance. I do enjoy how it has some character to it. You spray it on, it smells like fresh cut grass. There is a dry down. It changes in the dry down. It's not a linear fragrance, but it's a fragrance. It's good. It's really good. But there is, if I had to choose this or the number 8 spot, it'd be like Hairline. Honestly, I don't even know which one I would put at the number 8 spot, but say any of these I might choose over Green Irish Tweed. But I would say it depends on the day, honestly. Depends what I'm wearing, depends where I'm going. Still a really good fragrance, nothing wrong with the fragrance. It's just, they're being ranked. Keep in mind, I mean, if you don't see any of these, any of your favorite Creeds, then it's probably because I don't have it or haven't even tried them. But let's go up to the next one. Let's see. Okay, so for the number 8 spot, it's going to be a pretty tough. This is going to be a sliver. And I'll explain why. Actually, I don't know. For the number 8 spot, I think This is another hard one. Let's see. I don't even know if you guys see. Yeah, well, you guys know this is Summer Mountain Water. For the number 8 spot, I will have to go with Creed's Millesime Imperial. The reason why is because I think I prefer the opening slightly to Silver Mountain Water, and I would probably say I somewhat prefer the dry down of Silver Mountain Water. Again, barely. So that'd be at the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, 11, 10, 9. This is at the number 8 spot. Silver Mountain Water, because I prefer it very slightly. It's gonna have to be at the number 7th spot. And now to the top 6. And I think I know what I'm gonna put on the top 6. I think I know what I'm gonna put on the 6th spot. I do like this fragrance. Some people say I should wait for this fragrance to macerate a bit, just because apparently this fragrance does go through a process and it smells way better when you have it longer. This one's going to be controversial. This one is definitely going to be the most controversial one. It's going to be number 6, Royal Oud. I really enjoy this fragrance. Why is it number 6? I think I would pick each one of these fragrances over Royal Oud. Yeah, that was very controversial. So again, for the people clicking out, I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry, but I think I'd rather wear these. Number 5. This one, this is a pretty good number 5. This is like, I can't see anybody getting mad at this. This is Creed's original Santal. Would I pick this over Royal Oud? I don't know. I think I would. I don't know. I don't think these two could flip or stay the same. It depends on the day. Today I decided to go with the original Santal. After smelling the original Santal, I feel like I would have swapped it again. But I feel like if I smell if I smell this one again, I'd probably be like, oh, you know what? I'll stick with it right now. Number 5, original Santal. All right. Number 4 spot. This is. I already know what I'm gonna put on there. Nothing wrong with this fragrance. I think it's just redundant in a way to have this one with another one. I do enjoy this fragrance. It is at the number 4 spot. But due to the other one having, what's it called? I have memories with the other one. This is kind of like a flanker to the other one. This is a flanker to the other one. This is a nice, refreshing one to have if you enjoy the other one's DNA. This is going to be Aventus Cologne at the number 4 spot. So, obviously, Creed Aventus was my first niche fragrance. I started off with Aventus. I believe this is my 4th bottle, 3rd or 4th. I think it's my 4th. I didn't realize the dent I already had on this fragrance. Look at that. That's insane. I bought this brand new. Now I have a pretty good dent. So I enjoy the Aventus DNA. I do enjoy ginger. I think it's orange or mandarin that's on there. I do enjoy the notes. I do like the different take on the Aventus. I know some people prefer Aventus Cologne over Aventus. I'm not that person. But yeah. Number 3, I already know I'm going to go with Original Vetiver. So number 3 spot is going to be Original Vetiver. This one is actually the one I expected to like the least, just because I don't think I like Vetiver. I have had Tom Ford's Grey Vetiver. I don't know how good that is for, for the Vetiver note. It did smell kind of like nuts. I did have, I believe it was, what was that, Encre line? I think it's Encre Noir. Encre Noir Extreme? Not sure. But the number 3 spot's gonna be Original Vetiver. It does smell like Dior Homme Cologne to me, like a niche version of Dior Homme Cologne. I do prefer Dior Homme Cologne as my Dior. So if, any, what's it called? Out of my Dior Hommes, my favorite one is Dior Homme Cologne. This one smells like a better version of that, which is why we go with this one. That's at the number 3 spot. Probably controversial. I mean, I do think a lot of people really do like Original Vetiver. Like I said, it's the one I at least expected to like. I actually thought that would be like the one that I'll smell, not like and sell. But I actually really enjoy it. It's on the number 3 spot. Number 2 and 1 are pretty much like, just the top 4 fragrances are kind of, you can kind of interchange. Mostly the top 2, it's kind of a harder one to go for number 1. But I will be going with Viking for number 2. But it depends on the day. This could swap in number 1 very easily. This is my second bottle of Viking. I did have a smaller bottle. I did go through it, so I did get the big bottle. This is actually the cap from the small bottle since I sold the smaller bottle. So very nice. It is a little different from the smaller bottle. I don't remember what batch my smaller bottle was, but this one has more depth and more character to it than my smaller bottle did. I'm not too sure why, but it's kind of what I got from it. I know, Neil, you said that it was probably from heat. But I always keep my fragrances in a closet. My fragrances are actually stored in a closet in the dark. So for a while they were in a drawer. Now they're in a closet, and soon they will be in another closet. So number 1 is going to be Aventus. And the reason I'm going with Aventus on my number 1 instead of my number 2, even though I said it could kind of interlap or interchange, I have had more Aventus bottles than I have had Viking bottles. That being said, I did not get a full-size Aventus bottle because I got 2 50 mils of Aventus and Aventus Cologne. So it's kind of like I could pick one or the other. I have a 3.4, but like split in 2 different versions, which is like a full bottle. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason. Technically, if you want to count this as an Aventus, that would be on like my 5th bottle or whatever. I really do enjoy the DNA. I don't think anyone becomes close to Aventus, even though as many people want to say that Aventus. I mean, it's what created it, and I created this DNA, and I think it's the DNA, or it's the fragrance that does it best. And obviously, because it's the originator. I don't see how you could take this DNA from, let's say, Creed. You're taking this DNA from Creed, and then you're gonna put a twist on it, and people are gonna say it's better. I wouldn't say so. I would say the original is always going to be better just because it came with the idea. But Viking is also really good too. So Viking is, I mean, I almost put it at my number one. I'm not going to lie to you. I really do enjoy the Viking DNA. I do enjoy I mean, I want to try it. Should I get Viking cologne? I don't know. That might not be worth it. But Viking was my second Creed. Different time in my life. Really did enjoy the scent, and I made sure that bottle lasted because I ran through all my Creed, all my Aventuses. So I wanted to make sure my Viking I kept, and I kept it until I recently went out of it, and I got this one. So this has definitely been the hardest video for me to make. I mean, I just really do like Creed's fragrances, even though that's probably, I guess, a controversial thing now to like the House of Creed with the batches and reformulations, if there is any. Something I do want to bring up, it's kind of like if older batches last longer, I wonder if that could be since they've sat longer. So they have time to macerate. So obviously they're going to be more powerful because, let's say, 2-3 years in, the fragrance is more powerful. I don't have performance issues with Creed fragrances or any of these besides Neroli Sauvage, but it's kind of what you expect from that scent DNA. Think about it like an afternoon swim, somewhat like from Louis Vuitton. It's just a very citrus forward only type of thing. Smells like an orange, like an orange peel. And it just smells like that. I mean, what's the other one from Mancera? Soleil d'Italy, I think it was. That one also didn't last too long. And it's a Mancera. So, I mean, you can't really, you can't poke at it for the longevity on that fragrance, just because that's what you should expect from that fragrance. Royal Mayfair. It's one that, it's a love-hate. Really love the dry down. Opening is where I find it more difficult to enjoy the fragrance, but it's kind of like, so since I wore this one today in the morning, wore it, and I was like, why did I pick this one to wear today? After I sprayed it on myself, got to work, started drying down, and I'm like, there we go. This is better. I'm glad I picked this one to wear today. Okay, you know, it's not going to be, like, let's say, realistically, the opening of Royal Mayfair would be at the number 12 spot, and then as it dries down, it moves up to the number 11 spot. And then when it fully dries down, no. It might make it to the 10th spot once it fully dries down, but it might be like a tie at the number 10 spot. It's the most, I can see why it's the most polarizing Creed, absolutely. But I mean, I'm surprised Royal Oud isn't that polarizing. I find that one not bad. I would just find it, it's way more, it's more different than all the other ones. It's the most unique out of the Creeds I've smelled. Kind of. Because, you know what, now that I say that, I don't even know why I said that, because they're all pretty different. I would put Himalaya, what's it called? I put Himalaya Silver Mountain Water, Green Irish Tweed, and Millesime Imperial kind of in like a group. Royal Mayfair and Royal Oud. Kind of on the dry down, they could be put together. Neroli Sauvage, original Vetiver. Original Santal, more original Vetiver in Neroli Sauvage. Original Santal could be like a distant cousin. And then I would say, obviously, Aventus Cologne, separate, and Viking standalone by itself. I don't even know where I was going with that, but how long is this video? 25 minutes? Alright, well, I'm going to finish this video because I'm not even editing it. This is just going to be raw, uncut. Press that stop button right there. Put it on YouTube. That's it. I'm enjoying making fragrance content. I'm not really editing. I'm actually not editing at all. And I hope you guys don't mind that. I know there was sirens in the background earlier, but what am I going to do? I live in downtown. I can't really control that. But yeah. This was a difficult video to make. I'm pretty sure you guys saw that, that decision making. You guys are probably every time hoping I didn't say your fragrance, if you cared that much. And if you even got to watch me to the end, I think this might be my longest video. But that's all I have for you guys today. Please leave a like, subscribe. If you have tried all of these, let me know what you guys think, or let me know what how you guys would rank your Creed fragrances if you have any. And do you guys agree with my list? And which is your favorite out of the ones I have? That's interesting to know. I'll see you guys on my next video. Have a good one, guys.